Assalamu alaikum. 6 p.m. This is Radio Pakistan. The news read by Sumaira Kamal. First, the headlines. Director General Inter-Services Public Relations says Indian provocations along the line of control and working boundary will have negative implications for the region. Prime Minister has called for a higher level of preparedness and institutional response by National Disaster Management Authority to meet challenges coming forth due to climate change. National Security Advisor has stressed the need for devising a comprehensive strategy to address the challenges posed by non-traditional security threats. Leaders at a seminar in Srinagar have demanded resolving the long-standing Kashmir dispute by holding plebiscite in accordance with the UN Security Council resolutions. China has confirmed the visit of North Korean leader Kim Jong-un and his meeting with President Xi Jinping in Beijing. Pakistan women cricket team won the first T20 match of three-match series against Sri Lanka by 1 wicket at Colombo today. And now the news in detail. Director General Inter-Services Public Relations Major General Asif Ghafoor says Indian provocations along the line of control and working boundary will have negative implications for the region. He was addressing a media conference in Rawalpindi this afternoon. Major General Asif Ghafoor said the situation is not very different to that of the previous year, as 948 ceasefire violations have so far been recorded in first 3 months of this year. He said India should know that any provocative acts along the line of control and working boundary will further deteriorate peace situation between Pakistan and India. DGISPR said Pakistan is a peaceful country, but our desire for peace should not be construed as our weakness. He urged India to end targeting civilian population along the line of control and working boundary. On Pakistan-US relations, Major General Asif Ghafoor said Pakistan has played a key role in war against terrorism and to bring peace and stability in the region. Prime Minister Abbasi says experience should be utilized to fine-tune the disaster management strategies and put in place an efficient and effective mechanism in the line with the best international practices. Chairing the 5th meeting of National Disaster Management Commission in Islamabad today, he said that climate change coupled with various other factors has increased the frequency of disasters and therefore called for higher level of preparedness and institutional response to meet these challenges. The meeting reviewed the progress on decisions of the previous NDMC meetings. It granted ex post facto approval to NDMC for compensation of over 104 million rupees to affectees of LOC firing. The meeting also ratified a provision of relief and aid to the friendly countries in various disasters. Meeting of the Federal Cabinet is underway in Islamabad with Prime Minister Abbasi in the chair. National Security Advisor Nasir Khan Janjua has stressed on the need for devising a comprehensive strategy to address the challenges posed by non-traditional security threats. He was addressing the inaugural session of a seminar titled Non-Traditional Security Challenges to Pakistan in Islamabad today. He said negative elements are potential threat to national integrity and security and urged the need to bring them in the national mainstream. The National Security Advisor said good governance is inevitable for tackling non-traditional challenges to the national security. Supreme Court has given 30-day deadline to authorities concerned to bring back Pakistan's former ambassador to the United States, Hussain Haqqani. The directions were given during the hearing of the Memogate case by a 3-member bench of the Apex Court headed by Chief Justice of Pakistan, Justice Saqib Nisar in Islamabad today. Former Prime Minister Mohammad Nawaz Sharif has said that the cases against him are moving towards their logical end and he will emerge victorious from these cases. Talking to media outside the Accountability Court in Islamabad today, he said that cases against him are fabricated and have nothing concrete in them. He said the show being staged against him will not last long. Nawaz Sharif said the statements of witnesses, including Wajid Zia, in the cases are going into our favor. Minister for Human Rights Mumtaz Ahmed Tarar says a Women Parliamentary Caucus plays an important role to highlight the issues confronting to women folk. He was addressing the National Convention to reflect the legislative, representative and oversight role of women parliamentarians in Islamabad today. The minister said that the Women Parliamentary Caucus, through its concrete efforts, has ensured provision of equitable access to resources for women. He said government has introduced policies and legal reforms to address human rights violations and ensured freedom of minorities. Australian High Commissioner Margaret Thompson commended the Women Parliamentary Caucus for rising above the political division. She also acknowledged the establishment of National Commission on Status of Women by the forum. Minister for Religious Affairs and Interfaith Harmony Sardar Muhammad Yusuf says the promotion of Islam is collective responsibility of the society. He was speaking at a seminar titled Khatm-e-Nabuwat and Risalat at National Broadcasting House in Islamabad this afternoon. The minister said it is responsibility of Muslim Ummah to spread the message of Islam by following teachings of Quran and Ahadith. Sardar Yusuf acknowledged the role of Radio Pakistan in fulfilling its responsibility for promoting the true spirit of Islam. This is Radio Pakistan. President Mamnoon Hussain has invited foreign entrepreneurs to benefit from lucrative business opportunities in Pakistan by investing in various sectors. He was talking to ambassadors designate of Botswana, Ecuador and Finland in Islamabad today who presented their credentials to the president separately. The president said economic indicators have improved in Pakistan due to effective policies of the government, which has been acknowledged by the international financial institutions. He said Pakistan desires to promote diplomatic and trade relations with Europe, Africa and Latin America. In occupied Kashmir, Hurriyat leaders have said that the best solution of the Kashmir dispute can be found only by holding a free, fair and impartial plebiscite in the territory in accordance with the relevant United Nations Security Council resolutions. This was stated by the chairman of Tehreek-e-Hurriyat Jammu and Kashmir, Muhammad Ashraf Sehrai, Muhammad Yasin Malik, Mia Abdul Qayyum, Zafar Ahmad Shah and Ghulam Nabi Shaheen while addressing a seminar in Srinagar today. Complete shutdown marked by clashes and protests was observed in Chadura area of Budgam district on the first anniversary of 3 youth killed in firing by Indian troops in the area last year. China has acknowledged the visit of North Korean leader Kim Jong-un and his meeting with President Xi Jinping in Beijing. State-run Xinhua news agency reported today that Kim paid a 4-day unofficial visit from Sunday to Wednesday at the invitation of the president. China says that Kim has pledged to denuclearize the Korean peninsula. Kim said the issue of denuclearization of the Korean peninsula can be resolved if South Korea and the United States respond to North Korea's efforts with goodwill, create an atmosphere of peace and stability. The United Nations Aid Chief Mark Lowcock has called on the international community to divert attention on civilians suffering in Syria. Talking to 15-member Council in United Nations, Mark Lowcock said UN agencies and their partners are working hard to provide support to people in need. The Turkish President Recep Tayyip Erdogan and his Russian counterpart Vladimir Putin have discussed an upcoming 3-nation leaders summit on Syria. Turkish presidential resources said in a telephonic conversation they also discussed bilateral relations and affirmed the determination to further develop bilateral ties. The summit in Ankara will be held on 4th of next month. Pakistan women cricket team won the first T20 match of the 3-match series against Sri Lanka by 1 wicket at Colombo today. Batting first, Sri Lankan team scored 129 runs for the loss of 6 wickets in stipulated 20 overs. In reply, Pakistan team achieved the target in 19.5 overs for the loss of 9 wickets. And finally, the weather. Mainly dry weather is expected in most parts, while hot in central and south parts of the country during the next 12 hours. To end the news, here are some of the headlines once again. Director General Inter-Services Public Relations says Indian provocations along the line of control and working boundary will have negative implications for the region. Prime Minister has called for a higher level of preparedness and institutional response by National Disaster Management Authority to meet challenges coming forth due to climate change. National Security Advisor has stressed the need for devising a comprehensive strategy to address the challenges posed by non-traditional security threats. Leaders at a seminar in Srinagar have demanded resolving a long-standing Kashmir dispute by holding a plebiscite in accordance with the UN Security Council resolutions. Pakistan women cricket team won the first T20 match of three-match series against Sri Lanka by 1 wicket at Colombo today. And that is the end of the news. For more news and analyses, log on to our website, radio.gov.pk, and also watch live video streaming of our bulletins on the link facebook.com/radio Pakistan News Official.